So remember how these last two levels were kind of a jump in difficulty where we weren't squashing the enemies so quickly? This place is going to be the exact same, only more so. Oh, here we go. Mid-level loading. But let's test the waters and see how this goes. Oh, took a hit. Nearly half-life. Took another hit. Oh, I'm poisoned. Okay. I can live with that. Or can I? It's not too much of a gap. It's more of a gap when you're level 1, and that's what all my frame of reference is at this moment in time. Because that's what I've been playing when I've not been able to record. Ooh, very nice. So it's still dangerous, as you just saw. You want to always, if you can, immobilize the enemies so that they're not attacking you. Because when there's a lot of them and they're small like that, it's very difficult to attack and avoid at the same time. Because it's too much recovery. You see, I pressed evade like twice then, and he didn't cancel into a dodge. Because it's not as good as it needed to be. And I've talked about it a lot in this live walkthrough, so I'm not going to chew your ear anymore with it, because there's no need. It just is the way it is. Ooh, monkey guy. So these are, you can't launch them traditionally, but you can if you have aura. Or aura, why do I always say that? Aurora or Aero or Aeroga. Those are the best way to fight this creature, unless you have stop. Stop is also incredibly powerful against him, because he can't do anything when you're in it. Interesting. Just unnecessarily stopped him twice then. Oh, I should have saved the firestorm on those enemies. Fuck, I always forget that. You should be able to carry it through the doors. It seems kind of strange for them to steal it off you, but you know, I guess it is what it is. Let's put Time Splicer on for Hook, because we're going to need it to show him up. Thundara. Anything else worth learning? Magnega, Arrow, Stop. Zero Gravira, always useful, always fun. Is that already? No, it's not. Fraga. Let's put some Fraga on. Fire Aga. Fur Aga. Fraga. I'm not messing with that when I don't have any abilities loaded. I'll mess with you. And can we... Bloody hell, these things have got some life! Freeze. Bounce. Magnet. Technically you should have your... I say technically, like there's any technical nature to it. It's all preference really, but if you want to have a better setup than what I'm doing here, you want your stopper to be after you've bounced them into the magnet. Because as the magnet starts to wear off, if you stop them, it'll lower everybody to your level usually, especially if they're weighted. If they're light, they'll stay up. And then you can pummel on them and you have the maximum amount of time to mess people up. And by then they should be dead. If they're not dead, there's something wrong with either your setup or you're somewhere you shouldn't really be at that level. Camera's a bit wonky here. You can really tell that this is a game that didn't have camera control. Or traditional camera control anyway, because the way it works at this moment in time screams of a game that had to do a lot of compensating with its camera for you. And that's why the camera on Kingdom Hearts 2 is a lot better than this game, even though this game came after it because of the restrictions of the console that it was on. I still don't have a Gravaga, I think it's called, Zero Gravaga. Oh, it can't be Graviraga, because that just sounds like too much. Too many syllables. If you didn't know, you're not meant to have this ability, by the way, guys. You're not meant to be able to super glide at this point, I don't think. Because this level gives you the ability to do the slow glide, so it just goes to show that this is perhaps not the time they intended us to have this move. Which I think is awesome that you can get it. That's the type of stuff I love about games. When you can do... Oh, you assholes. Watch, Eroga, such a good spell. And not only does it do damage, but it also launches things that wouldn't traditionally launch. So powerful. And it works towards a Cyclone too. But you see what I mean? If you can get enemies bounced, and you can continue from there to combo them with magic, the difficulty of this game decreases immensely. Like, if you want a truly tough experience, don't use magic. Or commands. Peter Pan comes off as a really selfish asshole in this game. It's quite funny. Come on, game, buffer this shit. Thank you. Here's Time Splice for anyone who hasn't seen it. If you remember, I made a video of me destroying Hook with this ability about a year ago. It's pretty crazy good. The problem with it is you're vulnerable while you're doing it. So if you've got a room of enemies and you do that move, the enemies that aren't being attacked by it can hurt you. That move is a killer. That would have killed me, that, if I'd have been in it. Got very lucky then. Just by the sheer nature of moving away from him, did I survive that. Didn't mean to go into Cyclone, but whatever. This is a really good place to farm for commands as well if you want to level them up. Because you can keep entering this house and it'll spawn those monkey guys, those big ape fellas. They give a lot of experience for this point in the game. And they're very easy to kill with Stop and Eroga. Are you selling anything good, Mr. Smuggle? Freeze Raid, that's useful. Ooh, and mines. We want those. So we're going to do some selling. We should really do some melding because we need a Zero Graviga, or whatever that word is that I can't quite remember. Probably going to sell all that starting stuff because there's no way I'm ever going to use those abilities. Here we go. That's what we want. We want those cooldowns to come down so we can kill things quicker. Anything else to play with? Double Fire Agger makes triple Fire Agger, I think. Or two Fire Aggers, sorry. Which I don't want. I want more Fissions, but instead of making them, it might be better to just buy them. Because I can't remember on this level if we have to fight Ventus again. I think we do. And Ventus is not very fun. So we're going to need the Ignite and the Poison to keep on chipping away at him, but Fire Agger and stuff like that is super useful. So are the Mines. The Mines are really good against him. Let's do this. It was Fire Agger and Blizzagger, wasn't it, that gave me... Oh no, it was Stopperer. That was Crawling Fire. So it means that that must be the one I want. Yeah, that's the one we wanted. So we've got another Fission, which I think is an incredibly powerful spell. It's really good for knockback too. That's the main reason I use it. Get some bouncers going. Just gonna pop my jacket back on. Getting a little bit chilly. Which is a beautiful thing to say during a live commentary when I'm normally sweating my ass off. Right then. So, let's sell some shit and buy some mines. I'm never going to use that move. I've got a lot of fire dashes and I do like them, so I'm going to keep one. No, keep two just in case. I hate Strike Raid on its own. Too much recovery. Poison Edge can go into stuff. Slot Edge. Where's that break time? That's expensive and I hate it. Alright, now I don't have to sell too much at all. Binding Strike, never use it. Now I can buy 2 sets of mines. Mine Shield and Mine Square. See, that one I don't necessarily want because I don't like the way it works. Let's do 2 shields. Mine Square's good for ambiguous attackers, but I know where my attackers are going to be, and I want to use that to my advantage. But we don't need it for Hook. Hook's a bitch. We need it for Ventus. Again, that move that doesn't stun him. So, not a good move to be doing against this particular character. This one, however, real effective. The more you level it up, the longer it lasts to get that to level, is it 4 it goes to? Very dangerous technique. Interesting. Even when you bounce him, it's still not enough to get him up. Look at this move. I love this Wing Blade. So cool. When it hits. And I've got nobody to finish off with. Which is sad. So that's not the way it wants us to go. Should really be gliding, but you get so used to dodge rolling that you don't. Your first instinct isn't to do the glide, even though the glide is awesome and it looks cool. You know what? This actually might be Ventus straight away, because he's in. I believe we fight him in that camp. So, do these even work anymore? I don't know. That will not work. So just in case, we're going to take that off, and we're going to swap it for some mines and some ignite. Ignite because it's super useful against this guy, and we'll drop a mine. I'm not 100% certain it is him, but this is where you fight him on one of the campaigns, and it could be this. So it seems that Aqua's the only person who fights Ventus like all the time. We're just going to have to deal with Hook, and Hook is hilarious. And you'll see why coming up, hopefully. If I do it right, that is. I don't imagine me doing it wrong, but I am live recording, and one of the curses of recording is that shit goes weird. Stuff that you've never seen happens. It happens a lot, and it's one of those kind of magical things of it only happens when you're recording. You know, it's very strange. So now that these assholes are all out of the ground, we can... No, they're not. There's one over there being an asshole. Out. We can focus on killing them, because these... If you've never been hit by that wind attack they do, it's going to wake you up on the concept of taking damage, because it really, really hurts. It's not fun. But they do get tired rather quickly, and you can punish that. That mine, oh... There's a boss in the Mirage Arena called Monstro. He's the whale from Pinocchio. He's in the first Kingdom Hearts. If you get on his tongue and you start spamming those mine attacks at level, is it 3 they go to? You can kill that boss in seconds. Because it does like 1.5 life bars each mine on critical. It's kind of crazy. Right. I wish I could get these guys together, but they're stubborn. I expect that other guy to be attacking, bouncing towards me quite soon. Mines are really good against these monkeys too. That bounces in, good to know. That does not. That does. Of course that does. Ignite will hurt. And then Mine Shield will finish. So very simple fight, that one. We're too strong at this point. We've got access to so many good abilities, and we're even using abilities we're leveling up. If we were using ones we've already leveled that we're comfortable with, you could do that entire fight without pressing anything other than magic. It's official, folks. Any scriptwriter that thinks putting the word pixie napped in does anything but make people groan, he's definitely not understanding his demographic. Oh, just Everything about that entire sequence is just irksome. Pixie nap? Really? All the things you could have said? You had to do that? It's a cyclone. Oh, bollocks, I did not touch the tree. Why do you hate me so much? Strange game. We need to get to the lagoon anyhow. The lagoon is the place where I was doing the gliding to pick stuff up. The place where it told me, you do not want to be here. This is the place we now want to be. Irony. Can't remember how the hell we get there. I assume it's this way. So we're going to deal with these friends for a bit. Hopefully build some of them styles up. Keep getting that cyclone. Look at that. Them monkeys love them. Love them to bits. This is where we came in. Oh, there you go. This is the lagoon. Which means this is where Hook is, which means he's about to get stop good. This is going to be great. So we now have Glide, but we already had that, and the pirate ship is going to be firing at us, which is the gameplay conceit that happens on this particular sequence that's coming up. It's not a bad sequence. It can be done very quickly as well if you just spam roll, because you can completely skip all the enemies. But I'm going to try and fight, because I want to, if I can, get the level up on some of these abilities to make the upcoming Hook fight even more hilarious than it's hopefully going to be. So Fission and Firaga have all been done with, so we can get rid of these two because we don't need them, and we can put Time Splicer in there. Zero Gravira's done, so we can change that for Stopka. Don't need that, don't need that. We're going to move that, we're going to move that, because we're going to go Stopka into Mines. Double Mines. Oh. And then we'll do... I don't really want Aeroga, but it'll do. Aeroga into Time Splicer. Or actually, let's go into Stopka again. Into... what else do we have that could be quite funny to hit him with? Into Crawling Fire. Have Crawling Fire sit on him. And then we'll do... into Time Splicer to finish off the combo, and hopefully when we come out of it, it'll just end the fight. It might not, because it might not be enough, because it's all a little bit low level, but we'll see. Either way, it's going to be funny. Or I'll think it's funny, and you'll just think I'm strange. But there are worse things in this world than having strangers think you're strange. So the only thing I don't like about this particular sequence is, of course, being shot at. Because it's one of those things where you get hit and it's annoying. But it's the sequence, so what can you really do? And if you roll against this, eventually a cannonball's going to land near you. Hopefully it doesn't hit you. Then it's going to crumble it for you, and you can get on with the rest of the level. Oh, the Crawling Fire doesn't sit on him. I thought it would. It didn't. It did its own thing. I wasn't expecting. Let's roll. Yeah, that chimp was coming real quick, man. Mines! And then finish it. Into mines. God, their mines are so ridiculously powerful. They're still stopped. That's how powerful that move is. He should be dead now, him. Is that a Mimic? It looks mimicky. There's a Mimic. That's what you get, Mimic. Bye. Whoa! That was weird. Ooh, Treasure Raid. another fire and there's whatever this is. What is this? Just some rolling. Is it just another way up? Yeah, it's just another way up. Right, folks, can you remember when 2 levels back I leveled up Aerial Slam so I could turn it into Time Splicer in the Olympus Coliseum? Well, I forgot to take off 0 XP, so we've done the last few levels not receiving any experience, and it turns out when I turn it off, I do no damage to anything. I do incredibly minuscule damage to the stuff around me, so it looks like I'm going to have to put it on to progress without having to farm, because how this works, if you don't understand, is when you equip this, you don't get experience, but you get a damage buff, and the damage buff I get from this might enable me to kill this boss without it taking 2 hours. So it'll be interesting to say the least, but we'll see how much we do against him. Because it's kind of crazy. In fact, when I took it off, it took me 10 minutes to kill one of the apes. I was using command styles and everything. That missed. Not good. That missed as well. This is bullshit, dude. Fucking cheater. Look at that, he's susceptible to arrow. Who knew? Well, I guess I already knew, technically. Get out of the water. There we go. And it puts me in the water. This will be interesting. Oh, it put me in the water in the move! What a stupid move that is! I don't really want him. Look at this fucking nonsense. That's more like it, dude. This is a funny fight, this. I can't believe how little damage I'm doing when I take that experience off. It's kinda scary. Well, considering what's coming anyway. Please land, you floaty piece of shit. I hate this cyclone style, it winds me up to no end. And I have to freeze him because he recovers out of that wicked fast. But this'll be it. If this hasn't completely spoiled it. Yeah, there you go. Not the way I would have liked to have done it, but we still got to showcase the whole stop-go hilarity that is the hook.